the show today, the Jamaica Stock Exchange gives insights on the micro market. We give tips on how to manage your mental health, especially persons navigating serious challenges, plus the top news stories of the day and much more. This is Jamaica Magazine. I'm Jabertha Atkinson. Welcome.
Jamaica Post is committed to being your preferred logistics partner. Enjoy the convenience of 3 to 5 days for international shipments at competitive rates and next business day delivery for local packages. Take advantage of our fast, reliable and ever-evolving services. Zip Mail, Click and Ship, Fast Track, EMS, Parcel Service, Registered Mail, Corporate Mail Service and Private Letterbox. Access customer service support and track packages online. Visit our post offices island-wide and premium service centers at select locations. For more information, go to jamaicapost.gov.jm. Conditions apply.
Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Thursday, November 27, 2025. The Bank of Jamaica is assuring the country that it has an adequate supply of local currency to meet the increased demand for cash transactions amid ongoing post-Hurricane Melissa recovery efforts. BOJ Governor Richard Bowles says maintaining financial stability remains a top priority for the central bank.
Immediately following the hurricane, Bank of Jamaica activated our business continuity arrangements to ensure that the commercial banks had access to the currency they need. To date, post-hurricane, the bank has facilitated emergency cash orders from the commercial banks totaling $3.9 billion and is waiving all penalties for these orders to December 31, 2025.
Mr. Bowles says the BOJ has also been working closely with banks on the reopening of branches and the resumption of ATM services, particularly in the parishes hardest hit by the hurricane. Banking customers using electronic channels are also benefiting from temporary relief measures.
To make it easier for Jamaicans to do financial transactions electronically and support vital relief efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, BOJ has waived transaction fees associated with all customer payment transactions from November 3rd to December 31st, 2025.
Government will be launching the previously announced national cleanup exercise next week, beginning in Westmoreland. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie says the cleanup exercise will focus first on the 16 constituencies most severely affected.
I want to make the point that we might not be able to accomplish all that we want in that period, but the necessary arrangements are in place if we have to go beyond.
On Tuesday, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness revealed in Parliament that $10 million would be allocated to each constituency as part of the National Cleanup Program. Of that amount, $5 million is being used for debushing, $3 million for debris and waste removal, and $2 million for the cleaning of drains and waterways, as well as vector control activities. $150,000 will also be allocated to councillors in all constituencies.
This investment is not only routine seasonal maintenance, it will neatly dovetail into a broader program of cleaning and debris management. Additional funding will be provided to the 16 most affected constituencies across Westmoreland, 3 constituencies, Hanover, 2 constituencies, St. James, 5 constituencies, Trelawney, 2 constituencies, and St. Elizabeth, 4 constituencies.
The cleanup program is expected to employ between 100 and 200 persons in each constituency, with the Social Development Commission, SDC, responsible for overseeing the recruitment, training, and organization of work teams. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, will coordinate operational planning and work schedules, and support is to be provided by other key government institutions.
Our aim is to ensure that all workers are properly documented, are supported to open a bank account where needed, and receive basic training in the safe handling and disposal of debris and waste. This is part of a wider effort to formalize labor, strengthen social protection, and uphold decent work principles even during an emergency.
The initial operations are projected for 2 to 4 fortnights, after which the process will be assessed and interventions expanded as required. The Prime Minister emphasizes that while the government is providing resources, equipment, and coordination, the success of the national cleanup effort ultimately depends on full participation of citizens. Meanwhile, government is identifying additional temporary disposal sites and pursuing recycling and circular economic solutions to manage debris and waste incurred from Hurricane Melissa. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says this will include using wood chippers to process vegetative waste into mulch and compost. Establishing structured scrap metal recovery is also being considered, as well as reclaiming reusable construction materials and partnering with private firms to pilot community-level material sorting.
These measures are essential to build long-term resilience in waste and debris management. We have also begun securing additional trucks, compactors, bulldozers, and heavy equipment, including through pledged international support.
Government has earmarked $40 million to revive backyard chicken operations after more than 1.1 million birds were lost during Hurricane Melissa. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green reveals that the losses include 458,000 layers and over 700,000 broilers, far exceeding the roughly 300,000 chickens lost during Hurricane Beryl in 2024. To help small farmers, who account for 35% of Jamaica's broiler industry, he says the ministry will purchase 100,000 broiler chickens for backyard producers.
We're not just doing broilers. We're doing chicken, we're doing feed, but importantly, we're going to do an infrastructure component. We're going to help you build back your chicken coop. Right? Because it don't make sense we give you and you don't have anywhere to put it. That is just the broiler program. We're also going to do a project around layers, because as much as I've spoken about broiler, our biggest loss has been in terms of percentage our egg production.
Minister Green was speaking during a recent farmers' meeting in Guys Hill, St. Catherine, where farmers received fertilizers, Irish potato seeds, and vegetable seeds. The Education Ministry, in tandem with the National Education Trust, has started work on 3 of the schools most severely damaged by the hurricane. They are Monroe, Hampton, and St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Portfolio Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon gave the update on Wednesday as she reported that Cabinet had given approval for funding to carry out repairs at the worst affected schools. She said the ministry was prioritizing high schools and those with boarding facilities. The Education Minister also announced that new roofing standards were being established to strengthen the resilience of the education sector.
As we rebuild our schools, we're very serious about resilience. And so we have new roofing standards for schools, and all the work that will be done has to be done using those specifications, and we will be examining the work.
Minister Morris-Dixon was addressing a press briefing at Jamaica House. Still on education, the ministry has activated its Host School initiative to ensure learning continues for students whose schools were severely damaged and remain closed. The temporary arrangement allows students from non-operational schools to attend classes at another institution. In a statement to the Senate last Friday, Portfolio Minister Senator Dana Morris-Dixon stressed that the initiative should not be mistaken for a transfer.
This is a temporary arrangement where a student from a non-operational school continues learning in another institution for a defined period of time. Students, nevertheless, remain anchored to their home institution.
Dr. Morris-Dixon said this was among several modalities being adopted to ensure learning continues.
Mr. President, use of these many models that we have, which is full day or part day, will be complemented using other remote strategies that we have. Sometimes we'll have to print kits and take them out to the children in their communities, and where possible, we are going to be broadcasting on radio for students, but obviously that can only move forward when there's electricity in the area. So the modality that will be chosen will depend on the level of connectivity and supporting infrastructure available to teachers and students.
And finally, the National Water Commission, NWC, is clarifying that recent media reports of sewage overflows in the vicinity of Coronation Market are incorrect. Following the reports, the NWC says its technical teams conducted thorough inspections at the referenced locations, namely the intersections of Rose Lane, Spanish Town Road, and Oxford Street. The investigations reportedly confirmed that the overflow observed in the area is a result of blocked drainage infrastructure, which is not part of the NWC's sewage network. Those affected drains typically convey grey water, which can become stagnant once flow is impeded. The NWC is also confirming that its sewage conveyance pipelines and the nearby pumping station have experienced no operational issues since the passage of Hurricane Melissa. All NWC wastewater systems in the area remain stable and fully functional. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.
The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin will be conducting the 2025 Jamaica Survey of Living Conditions JSLC starting August 2025. For over 30 years, PIOJ analysis of JSLC data has helped to shape national policy, including on education, healthcare, and social support. When the JSLC team visits your home, participate. Your voice helps guide real solutions. For more information, visit statinja.gov.jm or WhatsApp Statin at 876-569-1083.
On this week's episode of Finance Matters, we delve into the micro market with the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Here are the details.
Are you the owner of a micro or small enterprise who is looking to take your business to the next level? Do you want to raise money to grow your business? Have you ever considered attracting investors for your business through the Jamaica Stock Exchange? Hi, I'm Suzelle Ray and welcome to Finance Matters. Today, we will explore how the JSE is opening doors for small businesses to grow capital through its micro market. Here with us today to tell us all about it is Andre Gooden, Group Business Development Manager at the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the Ministry of Finance on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Threads to see all the episodes and highlights. Mr. Gooden, thank you so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here, Suzelle.
Firstly, off the bat and in simple terms, tell us what is the Jamaica Stock Exchange's micro market?
The micro market is a platform from the Jamaica Stock Exchange which will facilitate businesses raising between 5 and 50 million to grow their businesses. The Jamaica Stock Exchange is an opportunity provider. We give investors the opportunity to invest in growing businesses, which ultimately will create wealth, and gives the opportunity for micro and small businesses to raise capital from investors to scale, grow their businesses, and ultimately to create wealth.
Can you tell me what will be the difference between the micro market and the main and junior markets?
Okay, capacity, the size. The main market consists of companies looking to raise capital over 750 million, so 750 million and above. The Jamaica Stock Exchange junior market is for companies raising between 50 million and that 750 million. And in the micro market is the category below, between 5 million and 49.999.
Mr. Gooden, we're using this word a lot, micro and small, but share with our viewers how they can know if their business falls within the category of a micro or small business.
Okay, a micro or small business, generally it's own operated, limited in scale and size, like a hairdresser, a small furniture manufacturer, seamstress, anybody operates and owns their own business. They don't have a conglomerate of departments of marketing department, accounts department. Generally sole traders in small family-owned business who operate basically to feed themselves and take care of their families.
The stock market can be a financially volatile space. How will the new micro-market cushion these entities who are not yet at the level of the main and junior markets?
Okay, they will get support from all of the business development partners in the ecosystem. Jamaica Business Development Corporation and others will be providing support, not financial, operational support, mentorship. We will also set up small managing committees, effectively functioning as a board of directors to help monitor these companies, to help them make the right strategic decisions. You are a carpenter, you know how to make furniture. To do marketing and accounting and all that is not your forte. So you have a steering committee for each of these companies, either collectively or singly, that will assist them in making strategic business decisions as to how to manage inventory, etc., etc. So they won't be out there on their own. They'll be assisted by a group of individuals and organizations, which will help them to focus on producing what they need to produce, and the other aspects of the business will be managed elsewhere.
So what I'm hearing, Mr. Gooden, is that the micro market is tailored to meet the needs of these businesses who are at that level. Can you tell us if there are specific sectors that are being targeted for the micro market?
There aren't. We operate in Jamaica mostly in a service-oriented economies. So some of the examples we spoke about before, small carpenters, mechanics, hairdressers, any small service-related business. So we don't have a specific sector that we focus on. Any small business, micro business looking to raise capital is eligible. We're not excluding any sector.
So the next big question, Mr. Gooden, now that you've shared all this information, is what will qualified businesses need now in order to enlist on the micro market when it becomes operational next year?
Okay, to have a formal business structure in place, have a business plan, if not detailed, certainly an idea of where you wish to go, because certainly we're going to be attracting investors. Investors want some information to review, to make a decision as to whether or not to invest. So you have to have a simple governance structure. You have an owner, an operator, you have a business plan, and you have some business process in place that guides and guards your business in terms of how it operates. And of course, guidance will be given in this area from the respective steering committees and managing committees you spoke about previously to assist you in making these requirements. But we're not looking at startups right now. You have to have a history of performance, whether it is in whatever sector it is. So a minimum of 2 years in operation, a registered business, and a financial record and a business plan.
Okay, so those are the items needed to enlist. Finally, Mr. Gooden, where can we get more information about the services offered by the Jamaica Stock Exchange?
We have a website, www.jamstockx.com, and a lot of information is there. We have a FAQ section, which answers questions about how to invest and how to raise money on the market.
Mr. Gooden, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us more about the Jamaica Stock Exchange's micro market. I'm sure our micro and small businesses will benefit from this opportunity.
Thank you for the invitation, and we look forward to the launch of the micro market in April 2026. And we want to thank all the government agencies who are partnering with us on this journey as we look forward to creating wealth in Jamaica.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on this episode of Finance Matters. Remember to follow us on social media at MOF Jamaica and tune in next week as we continue to demystify the economic and fiscal policies and initiatives implemented by the government to empower Jamaicans as we chart a path to Jamaica's economic prosperity.
Are you confident that you are the legal owner of your property? Take action to secure your property ownership. Get a registered certificate of title and become the legal owner of your property. To register your property and obtain a certificate of title, you will need to provide a tax registration number (TRN), a valid government-issued identification, a survey diagram, documentation to prove ownership, up-to-date property tax certificate, the names, addresses, and occupations of 2 neighbors over the age of 50 who are not family members and can give a declaration on your behalf. Proof that you have been in open, undisturbed, and undisputed possession of the property for 12 years or more. For further information on registering your property and obtaining a certificate of title, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us at WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency, one goal to serve you better.
Many Jamaicans are still reeling from the impact of Hurricane Melissa, from the loss of houses, livelihoods to the disruption in education and agricultural production. The daunting task of recovery can take a toll on one's mental health. While this next feature is geared towards men, the information is for everyone. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and need professional help, call 888-NEW-LIFE. That's 888-639-5433. This is the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Helpline. Suicide is often a silent crisis, especially among men. For too long, many have carried heavy burdens in silence. But what happens when the silence becomes too much to bear?
Suicide is essentially somebody who ends their life or takes their own life, usually because of differing pressures or situations. Women are 4 times as likely to attempt suicide, but men are twice as likely to actually complete it. So you'll find that women will tend to ask for help in different ways as a way of seeking help. Men, once they get to that point, I just want to end it all. And so it's more of a completeness in that sense.
But why are men so reluctant to seek help?
Usually it's the discrimination, stigmatization of seeking help. The thought of going to a medical professional to seek help because you're not feeling so well, mentally in this case, is seen as a form of weakness, and the last thing you want a man to feel is weak. So having that sense of vulnerability of I need to get support is not a very comfortable feeling for many men. So it makes it very, very difficult for them to actually go out and seek the support that they need.
There are signs to look out for when someone may be in distress.
So for example, a man may be more withdrawn, not socializing as much as before, perhaps changes in eating habits, sleeping habits. So he's eating more, eating less, sleeping more, sleeping less. Thoughts of taking his life, saying to friends, boy, I just don't see the purpose of life anymore. In some extreme cases when we know that the possibility is there that they may complete suicide is when they say things like, oh, all of a sudden everything is better, everything is fine, I know the exact way how to deal with this. Or they may give away their property, sell their things, give away, or even pack up their room in such a way that says everything is now neat and in order. Usually a sign that something is definitely going on.
The weight of unspoken stress can take a toll, not just on the mind, but on the body too.
When we think about holding up our stress, or is a man hold up your stress, it's not a very good thing, because when we bottle things up, we think, oh, it's going to just be me suppressing it, but it starts coming out in physical symptoms, which men may even dismiss. Without having a history of hypertension, they may have high blood pressure, they may have developed certain kind of cancers, excessive tiredness, different things that come up for them. And so it's saying to them, hey, something is not right. We're thinking that everything is fine, but it's not. Additionally, some men may even begin to take more sick leave. They're absent from work, not minding their responsibilities.
Speaking out is not weakness, it's survival. And the first step begins with a conversation. Silence, while profound, can be dangerous when the noise internally is overwhelmingly loud. But what difference can talking and seeking help really make?
With a professional, there are a couple of things that you will get. You will get a listening ear, one. You get one that is non-judgmental and doesn't take sides. So it gives you a very objective view on how things are, helps you in terms of problem solving, And it also, we're bound by confidentiality rules and regulations, so your information is definitely secure.
Still, fear factors keep many men from opening up, even with friends.
A friend will say, hey, okay, I know you're going through a lot, but man up, or they may give some good advice. But the challenge is that we as men sometimes find it difficult to share things with other people because we're afraid that it's going to come back to us or we're going to hear it back.
Beyond fear, cultural barriers also discourage men from seeking help.
So men may also not seek help because of the fear of looking or feeling weak, the sense of vulnerability, and also because we grew up in a society that doesn't find where men oftentimes talk about their stressors. So that in and of itself, culturally, historically, we don't share our problems. We are always told to hold it in and to keep it.
But change is possible, and safe spaces can make all the difference.
I'm one that always advocates for safe spaces for men. So what that means is it doesn't necessarily have to be in a therapy setting. It would be good for them to receive that kind of support, but even areas where they could share their thoughts, ideas, limited though it may be, but just to actually get out some of what's going on with other men and have the discussions there, have wives or partners that are very supportive, all right? If you share something, don't just shut them down or emasculate them. Just listen and provide the support that you can.
And the support doesn't stop there. Healthy outlets can help men release stress.
Physical activities such as different sporting activities, football, basketball, swimming, tennis, these are ways that men in particular can force out a lot of what's there. They can process these things as well. We don't necessarily talk about journaling amongst the men, but even writing down some key points to say, this is what I'm dealing with. It puts it out on paper, makes it look like it's somebody else, and then allows the man himself to look at it and say, all right, how can I solve this problem if it were somebody else?
Therapy and structured support are also available across Jamaica.
So there are a number of private and public entities that do offer different kinds of support for men in particular. Places like the Bellevue Hospital as well. We have a large number of outpatients who come in just for support. It's free of cost as well. You have other government agencies. You have Loving Minds Associates, where I am.
Men are taught to be tough, but true strength is knowing when to seek support.
I would say it's okay to feel afraid or ashamed because of how culture has taught us to be. But we have to weigh out the options. Do we want to keep it and stress over it, or do we find someone somewhere that is reputable, secure, provides good support, that we can actually share some of these things? Everything we do in life is scary at some point or another. So it's for us to put that foot forward and say, hey, you know what? I'm taking care of my physical health. I also take care of my mental health as well.
Talking can save lives, starting with your own. If you're in need of someone to talk to, call the Ministry of Health and Wellness helpline at 888-639-5433 or reach out to a therapist of your choice. This is where our journey ends, but only for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you another informative program. In the meantime, stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm, and while you are online, send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or via X at JIS News. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the production crew, I'm Jabertha Atkinson. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.